Hey guys, hope everybody's having a good day out there today. Welcome back to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate you guys making a little time out of your day to watch the videos as usual. Today, guys, I'm going to show you the swim bait that is going viral as we speak across the country. This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my life. One of my subscribers, Rod Hallman, made it for me. It takes him all day to make these things. I've never seen a bait in the water that looks so realistic like a shad that this thing does. I'm going to show you guys all about it, tell you how to fish it and everything. Real quick, if you guys are interested in getting some of the most awesome swim baits or glide baits in the country, Bait Works there in Springfield, Missouri has got an awesome selection of them. They've got a big case full of these custom swim baits. I'll include the link in the description. Excuse me, I'll include the link in the description. If you use that link, it's a great way to help the channel out. You can also get you some of the old school jigs while you're on the site there. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you this. This was sent to me. Like I said, one of my subscribers, Rod Hallman, makes this by hand. It says it takes him 8 hours to do it. I don't even know if he's got a name for it, but look at this thing. This is a gizzard shad imitator. Look how realistic that head looks. You cannot get any more realistic as far as how a shad looks on there. This is about the size of the gizzard shad that they feed on, especially late in the year during this time of year. And this thing is just unbelievable. You know, you can work it like a jerk bait like that and go slide to side like that, or it can just swim through the water like that. And once you start throwing this thing, you don't want to put it down, especially if you get a couple big ones, eat the thing. It is the most addictive bait that I've ever seen. And the cool thing about this, it's got a really unique situation as far as how you tie it. So the line, there's a hole in the head there. You can see there, the line goes in through the head, and then you've got a removable hook eye at the bottom here, and the line is tied to the hook eye. So what happens is when that fish hits the bait, both of these hooks come free out of the bait, so you don't have all the weight of the bait for the fish to throw it, and you just got them hooked with the treble here. And it's the most unique looking thing I've ever seen in my life here. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the big oversized swim bait and glide baits like this, and sort of give you some tips on it here. A couple different things you need to remember about it. First of all, when you're throwing these big baits like this, you're not going to get a lot of bites. And unless you're in some private stocked lake or something like that, you simply aren't going to get a lot of bites. Not because the thing doesn't look real, because it's so big. And it takes a certain mood and a certain personality of bass to actually hit these things. Not only it takes a certain personality and mood of the bass, the fish has to be a little bit bigger. You don't catch many small fish on this. You can get 2-pounders to hit it. Most of the bass that you're going to catch on these things are going to be over 4 pounds. In addition to that, you have to have the right set of circumstances to catch fish on a glide bait and a swim bait. And it's my opinion, guys, that probably, I'm going to guess that 95% of the bass anglers out there watching this channel here have never caught a bass on a glide bait or a swim bait of this size here. They're specialty baits. And the thing about it is not only that you have to have the right set of circumstances, you have to have the commitment to throw it all day long. That's another big thing about it. These big swim baits, you can't pick them up and throw them for 5 or 10 minutes and put them down. The people that do good on these things are the people that put them in their hand. They fish them all day long. They don't take them out of their hand. And another thing that you're going to find on that is you have to have the combination of the right weather conditions. And the best conditions for these big glide baits are when the fish are active. And this is usually on a rising barometric pressure. It's usually on some type of a moderate south wind. Some type of moderate to heavy overcast works good with that. And water visibilities of like 3 to 6 feet is ideally for that. Cover also, the lake has to be set up right. You have to have the type of water that will generate strikes from a glide bait. And traditionally, those come on either some type of lakes with big flats on them that have aquatic vegetation, or they come on some type of rocky bank, rocky clear water highland type lake is the best ones for it. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Rod's on Facebook. His name's Rod Hallman. I'm not sure how available these things are, but this thing is just, I threw it a bunch down at Grand Lake. I couldn't put this thing down. and the fish just weren't, they weren't set up, and they weren't in the right mood to be catching them on a big glide bait down there like this. The fish were relating to the beds too much, but it'll be better in the post spawn. But anyway, just wanted to show you this thing, man. If you guys are sort of a, you know, bait addicts like I am, as far as lure addicts, you guys will really appreciate this thing. Comes with a replaceable tail. There's actually, he puts extra tails in with them in case they get tore up. But it's a fascinating lure category, man. If you guys have watched much about Oliver Nye, he's probably the top swim bait, glide bait fisherman in the country. And it's an addiction. It really is. I mean, once you caught some big fish on a glide bait, it's just a completely different type of fish, and it can burn you at times. It can make you a hero or a zero real quick, based upon, you know, how long you fish it. So just a quick tip, guys. I wanted to share that with you. Hope you guys are having a good day, and we'll talk later. See you.